Sure. Brandon Futrell, hail from Manassas, Virginia. Been active duty military for roughly 10 years now, and 33 years old.
Awesome, man. And what was some of the things that you were struggling with the most before you even came to Body SD, you met me? Like, what was some of the things you were struggling with?
Definitely just not seeing the gains that I wanted, not seeing the progress that I wanted. It was a lot of that too was my own personal discipline, consistency. I just wasn't on my own. I wasn't evolving the way I wanted to.
Now, when it comes down to being vegan in the military, I mean, I was in the military myself, but
Sure.
the time I was vegan, I was in the reserves, right? So, I mean, I had more options to be able to make that transition, and it was a lot easier for me. Now, for someone that's fully active, like when you decided to go more towards a vegan lifestyle, was it something that, you know, I know you saw your wife do it, but was it something at first you were like, that's only for women, or, you know, you were kind of scared because of, not scared, but more intimidated because of some of the colleagues that you may work with when it comes to eating a plant-based diet, if you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say I was, I never really equated veganism to just being a female thing. I just, to be blunt, to be honest, I just didn't see veganism as appealing. I just saw that as it had a limit to how much muscle a person could gain by going vegan. And so it's just like, that's not the way you want to go. You hear about all these big athletes, Arnold Schwarzenegger for one. He's like, this dude's not vegan. Well, at the time wasn't vegan. It was like, he's the epitome of peak fitness aesthetics. And I was like, why would I even consider that? So vegan and the aesthetics that I wanted just never seemed to correlate, never seemed to go together, until I start seeing the benefits, mainly in health, that my wife was receiving from becoming a vegan. So I said there may be something to it. And then on top of that, my father, his health is declining, and he's relatively young, in my opinion. And then I started doing some research, doing some independent studies and reading, and seeing that not necessarily a vegan lifestyle, but a plant-based lifestyle is beneficial to everyone. And just seeing how there are testimonials of it having reversed certain diseases, chronic diseases. And I said, there may be something to it. So going back to your original question about the military, yeah, that's not the first thing that people think of when they come in the military, or if they're in the military, thinking about going plant-based. So it wasn't so much about fitting the stigma or fitting the mold of being a hardcore alpha male military rah-rah. It was more for me. And I don't know, man, I'm just on this journey in general. It's not just the physical piece, but mental piece of being a better person. And so this is just one piece of that, pursuing the aesthetics, the body, the health that I want. And it just, I needed to be regimented and I needed to be disciplined. And so that's the course that I'm on. So right now, I mean, I think I've been in your program for about 9 weeks now. Lost about 27 pounds. And I was hesitant at first, man. Like we talked about, I didn't want to lose muscle. I felt like I had worked so hard to gain muscle. I didn't want to lose that. But then I saw it wasn't just muscle, it was fat. I was relatively fat from my height and what I thought I was. And so now to see what was underneath that, it was definitely motivating.
And since you saw the results and you did this because you want to optimize your health and things, like, what was some of the feedback that you get? Like, did you inspire anyone at the time? Maybe the wife, colleagues, things like that?
Shoot, everyone, all the above was, I mean, unless they're just, they're faking it, but everyone that is close to me, one has noticed the change and 2 is hinting at possibly going vegan. And I let them know, disclaimer, I'm not saying to go vegan. I'm not even claiming to be a vegan. I am advocating for a plant-based lifestyle. Another thing, I had mild sleep apnea. I had to sleep with a CPAP machine in order to get about 4+ hours of sleep. I have not used that thing since I've been on your program, Corinne. I have not. I don't think. Yeah, I hadn't even discussed that with you. And so, like just the other night, I woke up and I was like, dang, I've slept for about 4 hours already. No machine. So definitely seeing the benefits, not just aesthetically, but just overall mood, energy. I'm not as tired or lethargic throughout the day. And then after probably that 5th week, starting to hear people notice the progress was the motivating piece. I underestimated the importance of keeping track, weekly track, and taking photos. I've never done that before, and doing that definitely motivated me.
That's good to hear. And yeah, thank you for sharing that. Like, I didn't know, like, you had the whole sleep apnea thing going on. I mean, but that's amazing that you don't have to use the mask anymore. That's really good, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
And with that said, if there was anyone that was on the fence and hesitant about joining the program and working with my team, what would you tell them?
I was hesitant too, but I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I just wasn't seeing the progress that I wanted. And I kept doing the same thing over and over. I guess I was getting the same results, but in my head, it was like, this is what mainstream media tells me I need to do. Eat this many eggs, drink this milk, count these macros, eat meat, do it this way. But I just got tired of it to the point where it was like, you know what? I'm either going to continue down a path that leads to no progress, no success, or I'm going to make a change, hold myself accountable, and ask for help. Just like anything, if you're having a problem, ask for help. And so I did some research, came across you, saw your history, saw your photos, saw what it was you were advocating for. And I said, let's do it, man. You were in tune with what it was I wanted to do. And so, I mean, I have not regretted this process at all. Working with Coach Paul, Paulius is awesome. I mean, we do the weekly check-ins. He holds me accountable. The workouts are right in line with what I was asking for. And just knowing that you have someone that you need to check in with once a week, shoot, man, it held me to it. And I keep saying, just like with anything, you got to be disciplined, you got to be committed, and you got to put in the work. It's one thing to work hard, I've learned through this, but it's another thing to work hard efficiently. Just to go into the gym for hours on end is pointless if you're not doing it the right way, and you're not eating the right way. Just like you said in your introduction, diet is 70%, man. 70% of everything, and I understand it now.
Yeah.
But then having that discipline, being accountable, knowing I had to check in at the end of the week, I mean, that was enough to get me going to the gym at 11, 12, midnight, 1 in the morning, whatever it took to get that workout in for the day. And that was just my work schedule. I was that committed to it. Not saying everyone's going to have the same work schedule, but I just wanted to get it done, man. I wanted to stick to it. I saw the results, and I knew that I had someone in my corner that was pushing me. I was going to ask those tough questions. What'd you eat today, or why didn't you do the workout today? I was like, oh shoot.